So first, thank you. August 21st, 2026. Thank you to the family and friends who have read the book, Aging Like a Fine Fiddle. I don't think you can see it here, but I'll post the links. It's now available in print on Amazon or Kindle, or you can get it on the blog, my blog, healthtruth.blog, and an ebook form. So I really appreciate your feedback, both in the things you liked and more importantly, the things you didn't like, so I can change it and grow as an author, and also make sure that my service to you is something that's useful. So thank you for your feedback. I joke with my mother that I had to put her in the book in order to get her to read the full thing. So she just let me know this week that she's finished, and I think she enjoyed it. So Aging Like a Fine Fiddle, there's some personal stories and pictures. There's some science, like the homunculus and the importance of using your hands, because they have a larger representation on the motor cortex for keeping your brain young and healthy. There's some spirituality in here. Also talks about some of the things that are facing our society, now, like injections, healthcare versus sickness care, MAID. I touch on some of those hotter subjects and provide some information. So and there's also a lot of humor in it. So I really enjoyed writing this particular book, and I hope that it will bring you some joy also in reading it. Strength, wisdom, vitality, and joy. So I'll post the links again to that one. There is a QR code. For those who had the ebooks, they could just click through the links that I had in previous videos. So videos that I did about the homunculus and hand movements, for example, or videos that I did on youthful facial massage and how to stretch and strengthen the muscles in your face that allow for a more youthful appearance. So all those videos that I did previously, I've put them on a web page, and if you get the book, there's a QR code that links to that web page. So all the videos will be there on one place. And what I thought I would do is, research continues to change, and I continue to learn. I just learned something new on the weekend about collagen, a different type of collagen. So I will post videos, links, research, new articles on that same page. So in this way, once you have the link to the page, we're connected as a community. And as I learn and grow, for me, I'm sharing information that, you might find useful too. So Aging Like a Fine Fiddle on Amazon. I don't have any Amazon reviews yet, no stars. So if you've read it and you like it, I would so appreciate your honest feedback. If you didn't like it, like I said, let me know too, but preferably in private. The Amazon one would really help. If you liked it, it would be great if you could go on Amazon and review it. So I appreciate that. But the most recent article that I did this morning, and if you scroll down my page, you'll see it, is on collagen. So in that article, I discuss kind of what supplements are best, what food contains which collagen, the purpose of each collagen type, and then what if you're a vegetarian, because these collagen sources are from animals and animal products. So we discuss that. Also, the 6 types of collagen are in that article that I'll attach to this video, and 2 ways that they're processed. So there's denatured collagen, and that is broken down into smaller bits. So it could be something like bone broth, for example, that you heat up and it's broken down into smaller bits that is more bioavailable. Where something like denatured collagen, you'd find in a supplement, or you could just eat the chicken sternum cartilage yourself, and it's not heated or processed in any way that it doesn't destroy that triple helix structure of the collagen. So that's denatured. So 6 types of collagen, 2 different types of processing, either left in the original form, undenatured, or denatured, broken down into smaller bits. And then there's 3 primary functions that each of those 6 collagens provide. And I've given you a little chart for that. Again, I'll connect that article so you can see it. But the collagen peptides, like bone broth, provides the building materials, the raw materials, the amino acids, the undenatured collagen type 2, chicken breast cartilage. It provides an immune signal, and I describe that further in the article, but it's like an oral tolerance test, and that is useful for different conditions and different types of tissue. And then there's NEM, N-E-M, natural egg membrane, and that's part of the connective tissue matrix. When my friend mentioned this to me on the weekend, I said, I eat a lot of eggs, so I probably get some of that natural egg membrane. But when I start researching it, the research talks about 500 milligrams. So that's a lot of eggs, assuming that you're able to eat that, little membrane around the egg. I'd have to be eating a dozen eggs a day to get that. But then I talk about in the article, what if you're a vegetarian or vegan and you're not eating eggs or any meat? There's solutions and some ideas for you too. So as in the philosophy of aging like a fine fiddle, and my own personal philosophy is quality food first. So if you can get your nutrition and everything you require from organic, non-genetically modified foods, you're reducing the chemicals and increasing the nutrition. As you'll see in the book, we talk a little bit about the genetic modification and glyphosate and how that's a herbicide that's sprayed over plants, and then they have to genetically modify the plant to withstand the spraying of the pesticide. So it's chemicals on the food and in the food because it's a water-soluble poison, and then the plant, because it's kind of like frankenfood, like plastic food, modified, is reduced in nutritional values. So the quality of food is important. And then what you can't get is to supplement in. And again, the supplements in some of the sources of collagen I mentioned in that article. And of course, movement is important. Movement's important for collagen tissue. Not only does it strengthen the bones, but it helps reorganize the collagen and reorganize the tissue as you age or after an injury or as you're growing. So movement is really important. I don't talk about that in the article, but I do talk about that in the book. So the book is sort of like a landing page for a general audience. And then what I intend to do is sort of branch out, and my articles and the videos I do will come back to points that I've made in the book. Which brings me to my last point, is I hope to show you kind of like my favorite healthy aging product every time I do a video. So this is something I've just started using in the last few months. I've used castor oil for many years, and castor oil, is written about in the Bible. Cleopatra used castor oil as part of her beauty routine. There's certain acids in castor oil that help detox your body. It's used internally for helping cleanse. It's used topically for things like fungus, reducing calluses, improving the texture of your skin. Many different for detox. So you can put it on a liver, put it on a pad, flannel pad, and help with liver detox. So it pulls out toxins from the tissue as well as adding things in. Barbara O'Neill talks about putting castor oil on your eyelashes and eyebrows, which I've been doing, and it actually helps your eyelashes and eyebrows to thicken and grow. I also tried it on my upper lip with the wrinkles I have here, but hair will start growing wherever you put castor oil. But this product I really like. You can get it at some of the bigger box stores, but I got it at a local health food store, Parks Health Food Store, which I love in Gary Martin Drive. And the nice thing about this is castor oil can be kind of messy, but the nice thing is that it has a rose quartz roller. So that's what you've seen me use in the beginning. So you can roll it around your umbilicus, right? It's really healing, and many of the energy centers and meridians meet at the umbilicus. So rolling this castor oil around your umbilicus before you go to bed, or using it to help with lymph drainage or improve your complexion, you know, to reduce your wrinkles. Or so castor oil I love. The rose quartz ball makes it easy, convenient, you know, just have a little cloth to kind of wipe your hands afterwards if you're going to do any massage with it. And the rose quartz, in another book that you'll see on the blog called 8 Steps to Aligning to Your Power, we discuss frequencies and how the frequency that you put your body in is the frequency that your body adopts. The higher the frequency, often the healthier the body, the more aligned, let's say. And rose quartz has a frequency of 639 hertz in solfeggio tones. So it's a high frequency. So not only is the oil high frequency, but the applicator is high frequency. So it's a high frequency high frequency healthy aging, let's say, product. So it's called Organic Castor Oil with Rose Quartz Roller, and it's by Queen of Thrones. You can probably get it at your local health food store. Try to buy local first. If you can't find it there, then I'm sure Amazon also has it. So thank you all for being here. Again, thank you for reading, for purchasing and reading the book. And your feedback is really helpful for me. So I'll put the links in, not only to the Amazon book, but to the blog site where you'll see that article on collagen. And hopefully we can keep kind of building, right, our healthy aging community here online and on that website. So reach for the stars, envision and achieve your personal best. And most of all, enjoy the journey. This is Dr. Dena signing out.